if the legislature is trying to give us caregivers better benefits and higher wages, how long will this take? And how can we be recognized for the job we do? So it's kind of a two-part question. So let's take the timing issue of how long it will take, better benefits and higher wages. We'll go to our panelists first. Erin?
I think I'll jump in first because it may be a little bit of a follow-up question to some of the things I talked about. Because I mentioned the Iowa legislature earlier, they developed in 2008 what's called the Direct Care Worker Advisory Council. And that is a kind of diverse group of folks who represent direct care workers and employers and public consumers and others who have put forward these recommendations for training and credentialing of direct care workers. The other piece that the legislature directed was that by July 1st of 2014, that the state put in place a board of direct care workers. And what that essentially means is that we develop a board for the profession, much like any other professions that many of you are aware of. Cosmetologists, for example, barbers, many professions have boards that govern the profession and kind of set rules that guide the profession. So the Department of Public Health has been tasked with developing that board by July 1st of 2014. We currently have a federal grant from the Department of Health and Human Services to pilot the recommendations of the Direct Care Worker Advisory Council. So we are undertaking kind of starting up activities now, and over the next 2.5 years, we'll be piloting in a couple of parts of the state where we actually are testing the training and credentialing. So we're developing some training, implementing that training, having direct care workers go through that training, actually receive some interim credentials from the state, and it's really going to provide an opportunity for us to get a lot of feedback from direct care workers and others out across the state about, you know, are these going to work once we put this board in place. So that's kind of the vision. I think there's probably a lot of details that have to be worked out, you know, kind of before that board goes into place, but there's a lot of planning taking place at the state level right now to try to make that happen.
Well, who knows how long it'll take, but I do know that with the work of the Iowa Direct Caregivers Association, it's going to move a little faster than if it wasn't organized in Iowa.
I think that's a great opportunity for you, too, as direct care workers, to really define and help with the accreditation system and really elevate and market and talk about your profession. It's a way to raise the profile of what you do by forming the board. You've already met some objectives through the advisory committee. There's a role that has, I think, a report that has to be presented on 2012. So you've got some good deadlines to keep you moving in the right direction. But look at it as an opportunity for you to really define the role, to standardize the standards, and really raise the profession that you're involved in, and it's an opportunity for you to market it all across the state. So I think that's a positive thing.
Very good.